Hello everybody, this is MaximumDonut. Welcome to another episode of Dark Souls PvP. This is not a Road to Humanity episode because, I've just been exclusively uploading those, and so I thought I might change it up a little bit because I played quite a few very good matches against a few players over the last few days. And so here they are. InexhaustibleBW is I'm posting 3 matches against InexhaustibleBW and 3 matches against 1-800-SMD. Inexhaustible BW, sorry, not BMW. I met just online, just doing some invasions in the Berg. Sorry, not in the Berg, in the Kiln. And yeah, and I thought that like our matches were quite good, so I messaged him and asked him to check out my channel, and then yes, we've just gone from there. Basically, he messaged me when I was online the other day, asking if I wanted to do some duels, and so yes, I'm more than happy to play against any subscribers or anybody basically who adds me on Xbox Live. If I have the opportunity, I'll be more than happy to duel you. InexhaustibleBW is using the Moonlight Greatsword and the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, as well as the Vitality Mask and Vitality Shield. And then, various pieces of armor, which I'm not going to try and identify. And so at the beginning of the match, you guys may have noticed I was just like jumping around each other quite a fair bit. Mainly just trying to suss each other out, seeing how like we're moving around to I don't know, get into an advantageous position. And Boruga invades, but being a stand-up guy he doesn't come down and try to like gank me, which is nice. I always appreciate it when invaders sort of wait their turn to try and duel me. At this stage, because he's still using his quite high damage output Moonlight Greatsword, my strategy at the moment is just to get off good exchanges, and there I make a critical mistake. Basically, I was backstepping, and I took a hit when I was backstepping, and then when I came in for another attack, I took another hit, which poise broke me and then allowed me to get stun locked, which is basically what I was worried about in the first place. And so, I make a mistake, and the first round goes to InexhaustibleBW. Okay, so this is my first match against 1-800-SMD. The seemingly random order of these invasions are simply because they're actually put in chronological order. So basically, these I was doing some invasions or waiting to get invaded. Yep, and I was waiting for InexhaustibleBW to invade me. And it just so happened that 1-800-SMD invades me. Prior to this match, I'd never actually seen nor heard of him before, so I don't think I played particularly different from how I would normally play, but I do remember thinking when I was playing against this guy that he was not just your average Chaos Blade user, and so he actually throws out his attacks quite well, but he, like me, really likes his backstepping dashing attack, which unfortunately I didn't really get to capitalize on too much. So throughout the match I throw out quite a lot of pyromancies because I know that this player is good, and I don't know if you guys particularly have an issue with me throwing out pyromancies in fights, but these are the utilities that I've built this character around, so I think that it's okay for me to use pyromancies. I really honestly don't mind when people use pyromancies against me. Even if they're spamming pyromancies against me, I mean, it's perfectly fine with me. And he actually does that. Does the luring tactic where he pulls back on the bow string, I guess, and makes that sound, and then switches out to his shield, comes forward and throws out the parry, which I was actually kind of expecting because I know it's quite. I wouldn't say that I see it very commonly because most players I would say aren't really. I know don't really play so strategically, I guess. But yeah, this guy. I knew that he was better than your average player, so yeah, I was trying to think a bit more strategically when I was versing this guy, and I do take him down with a fireball. But I mean, for me to actually get to that stage where pyromancies would take him down, I actually fought him mainly with my sword, and went for good exchanges and things. So I think that using pyromancies at the end there just to finish him off is excusable, but let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I yeah, that was a good use of the Moonlight Greatsword R2 attack, two-handed R2 attack. I don't think that's ever hit me before. So yeah, let me know if you guys think that I was using my pyromancies a bit too much in that fight, but I think that I was doing pretty well, like even if I wasn't using them anyway. So I don't really think that using them was that big an issue in that fight. And anyway, like so his build and Peverson's build mainly focus around using the Chaos Blade with a really heavy alternative right-handed weapon, such that if they get low enough and the red tearstone ring activates, you can do massive amounts of damage with the what's it called, the Great Lord Greatsword, and I'm not sure if that's the sword that he was actually using, but regardless, that is just one of the utilities that that those builds use to get an advantage. And so I think that using using my pyromancies, particularly when the red tearstone ring activates, is fine, because in those situations, if like one shot with the with any weapon, like with that red tearstone ring activated, will pretty much kill me. So playing strategically, trying to edge them out using pyromancies, I think that is fine. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. And there, InexhaustibleBW actually stun locked me using the Moonlight Butterfly Horn, and I'm pretty sure that he ran out of stamina, otherwise he would have actually been able to kill me. So I got very lucky there. And then at the very end, I just did a backflipping wild dashing attack, because he was sort of he threw out his just regular attack a few too many times, I think, and kept him in a vulnerable position, which allowed me to finish him off. So yeah, I think that was a really close match. My main strategy around the entire game was to try and avoid getting stun locked, and so I think I did that pretty well. One thing that 1-800-XMD is very good at doing is he's very good at timing those parries. He sort of reads my attacks fairly well, I think, and it is actually quite lucky that I didn't get parried in these fights. One thing that he's doing is he's sort of trying to just bait the parry, but I'm not really going to let that happen, because I pretty much, you can figure out if someone's just standing there with their shield down, they want you to come and attack them. So at that stage I was like, oh, okay, so he's obviously just wanting me to come in and parry. So I did what I said that I would do before. Or I think I commented on it in a few of my videos, but I'm not sure if I've uploaded them yet. But anyway, that I would try kicking more as a utility for people who parry or who try to time their parries well against me. And there wasn't really that good an example of kicking to avoid getting parried. But anyway, I think that was fine. Alright, so this is my final match against the InexhaustibleBW. So this is my I suppose best of 3. And my rationale behind throwing pyromancies is to actually sort of how would you say that, break up the monotony of yep, just backflip after backflip. Break up the monotony of the sword fight. What I mean by that is if I'm playing against an opponent and we sort of get stagnant in this kind of like flipping war, it gets very, I know, it starts to, we start to both get locked into doing the same thing over and over again. So to avoid that, I occasionally throw out pyromancies to I know, try and change things up a bit, try to change up the dynamics a bit, and yeah, and there I broke lock on because I thought that the invader was actually coming in to try and attack us, but yeah, he stands back, you know, the honourable player that I'm sure he is. And yeah, so now I've gotten him very, very, very low. So at this stage, my thinking will be, what's the best way that I can get some damage off without actually putting myself in danger of getting stun locked, and there I utilized the hyper armor that you get when you backstep or backflip, I guess, and then I did a wild dashing attack because I knew that he wouldn't be able to throw his R2 out, his R1 out quickly enough to stun lock me to death. So yeah, managed to win our last match. So thanks very much, InexhaustibleBW, for our matches together. But just to let anyone else who wants to duel me know, I won't just be posting matches that I lose, but I will probably not post things where I just suck, like, or the duel itself like really sucks, because that's not going to be entertaining for anyone to see. And there was a really, really horrible exchange. He managed to get 2 shots off onto me where I only managed to get 1. And yeah, I reckon like our exchanges are actually quite good. Since we both have similar playing styles, we both really like the wild dashing attack. He's throwing out a few more parries than me because I'm trying to use other utilities rather than the parries, although I have thrown out a few. Yeah, I probably don't. Yeah, so I knew that he was going to go for the parry there. And also that, like, we sort of mirrored each other's attacks, and I think because I attacked maybe a little bit later, or I'm not sure, yeah, I managed to get a shot off on him without him actually damaging me, and I finished him off with the Fire Tempest. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next PvP episode. See you there!